So in Ballantyne, we have the largest collection of speculative office LEED certified buildings in the United States. And every building that you see that we're building now on the east side of the campus is all LEED certified, like the two buildings that you see at the intersection of Community House Road and Ballantyne Commons. But there's also the simple things, like Bluebird boxes. Many of these boxes are sponsored by our corporation, so they adopt a box, if you will. And this is significant because this also is part of a point system. It's part of a point system for Audubon certification. And we're one of the few golf courses in the United States that's actually an Audubon certified golf course. So the environment that people see creates a great habitat. We also have things like composting. We have food and beverage outlets like the Gallery restaurant that's in this very building. And we take that food and we use it as part of composting so that we're recirculating it throughout some of the plant materials that we work with in the park. We also have things like flowers. It's hard to believe, and sometimes I scratch my head when I think about where the dollars are and all the budgets, but we plant 80,000 flowers a year in Ballantyne Corporate Park. Some of the other things that are open space, and this was very important in terms of the rezoning that we went through earlier this year, that we think open space commitments like the various parks that you see throughout our corporate park are important to our leasing efforts and where people want to work, and even the community at large in using those facilities after hours. So we're very committed to things like open space. And all of that led up to, at that conference in Scottsdale, we were very proud to receive the Sustainable Developer of the Year Award. So in the entire United States, the Bissell organization and Ballantyne Corporate Park were recognized as being the most sustainable park and developer in the country, which is a pretty remarkable achievement and something I think everybody in Charlotte can be very proud of. It helps put us on the map. Just very quickly, some of the other ingredients to success, and what we're very focused on here is not just the worker of today, but the worker that we think of 10 years from now. And when you think about how much your T-Mobile sense, how much your phone has changed in 3 years, and you think about 5, 8, 10 years out, how much that's going to change and what your connectivity is going to be like, all of a sudden the environment that you're in, where you work, is going to become very, very critical, not just the office building that you're in. And so what we've endeavored to do throughout this park is to do things like have a vast accessibility for bike lanes. So these are bike lanes throughout the corporate park. It makes it safe for people to come to work. More and more I'm seeing bikes at corporate workplaces. And then you add things to that, like a vast sidewalk system, over 16 miles of sidewalks and paths within the corporate park alone. It makes a difference. And then when you start to look at things like restaurant, retail, convenience, these are things like your dry cleaner, your bank, your ATM, different places to get food options. Each of these circles reflects a quarter-mile radius. And so we try to look and say who's served and who's not served by these types of conveniences. And then we go one more layer and we add fitness and recreation over that to make sure we've got those types of things available. And then we go one more layer and we add hotels, because office people say we've got to have hotels close by. And you see we're pretty close to blocking out the whole corporate park, which is our goal, to block it all out except for the golf course, so that people can enjoy the golf course and do what they do there. So I alluded to earlier that 15 years ago we broke ground on our first office building. We celebrated that anniversary. Ray Eschert was there to help us celebrate that, and this is what Ballantyne looked like 15 years ago, and the same angle on that picture today looks like this, and it's a rather remarkable scene. And we've got another one from a different angle looking across. This is looking eastbound on the Ballantyne Corporate Park, so we're sitting in the hotel right here now, and today that looks like this. And then one more coming, looking westbound, so the twin 10-story office buildings are going right here, right now, and we're in the hotel here. And today, when those office buildings are done, they're going to look like that. And so with that, that's what we're up to here at Bissell. That's what's going on in Ballantyne Corporate Park.